Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Bros 1975.
This is Outrun on the ZX Spectrum. Actually, this is Outrun on the ZX Spectrum. I've played this a few times before on my channel, and I've always admitted that I've had a soft spot for it, even though you could argue it's a pretty bad port of an arcade machine it never had any right to be able to do with any level of success. Anyway, although you could argue that Chase HQ on the ZX Spectrum, they came out after this, and Enduro Racer and Super Hang On, which came out before this, showed that the Spectrum in the right hands could more than, you know, port over these super scalers by Sega. So obviously Outrun 1986 super scaler, and then ported. It was the big game of that Christmas, or one of the big games of that Christmas, because there were a few that year, weren't there? I want to say it was 1987, so it might in fact be the year that Super Hang On came out on the ZX Spectrum at Christmas, which was an absolutely banging port. But yeah, so US Gold did the micros, and it's funny because some of the biggest fibs ever told on the back of a cassette case, and I have my original Outrun, I put a picture of it up on Facebook the other day, but some of the biggest fibs ever told on the back of a cassette case, on, you know, regarding the ZX Spectrum screenshots, were Outrun. It was a mock-up. Basically, they made the traffic look a lot more impressive, a lot bigger, and well, a lot more of it than there was on ZX Spectrum. But that didn't stop this being an absolutely massive selling game that Christmas. And it also came with a secondary cassette that gave you the arcade music that you could play alongside your game, because it was a multi-loader on the 48. However, on the 128, listen to this. That's a pretty banging AY chip rendition of the arcade machine. Now, it was crap. Every port by US Gold was crap. I mean, I've got gameplays of most of them, but I've always had a charm for this. And yes, I know you can speed it up if you run it through emulation, and it actually then, ironically, becomes a decent port. However, I'm playing this on the ZX Spectrum, so I can. But there is a reason I want to play it on the ZX Spectrum. It's the law, that's how you have to say it. Is I was quite surprised at how many people during the forums when the Spectrum, or in the forums, sorry, during when the Spectrum, the ZX Spectrum came out, that wanted to download this and fire this up. So I thought, we're going to have a cheeky revisit of it. It seems only appropriate that it's still within the Christmas ballpark period. I didn't select my controls then, so we're going to play it on Kempston, which means up is accelerate, backwards is decelerate, which means fire is gear, but that always ends in tears because it compromises your controls when you're turning. However, not so much in this when you see the speed. I think it got alright reviews though. Anyway, one, Outrun. And it's not letting me choose my music. Top left hand corner, time. To the right of that, score. Underneath, time, lap. Bottom right hand corner shows me the stages, which is irrelevant I should say, because you can't see which one you're on. Bottom left hand corner is my speed in kilometers, which is incorrect because it should be miles because we're in America. I just realised that the other button is fire, and I very slowly went off the road. Right, so B on my pad is fire. Right, so now stationary. There is some traffic on this stage, just not much of it. I mean, there are two sides of the track, and we do have undulation, but stationary, particularly your car sprite, you would look at this and say, why can't I change gear? Is what you would say. There we go. I'm not sure why it wouldn't let me change gear there, but you would look at it, particularly when you do change gear and see the smoke coming out the back of the car and think, this looks banging. My God, this looks like Outrun. If it only moves like Enduro Racer, we're in for a real treat. Spoilers, we weren't. But the thing is, I have a soft spot for it because I mean, we were never going to get Outrun. I'm pretty sure I had it on the Master System at this point anyway, or had access to it on the Master System. But we were never going to get Outrun. So, the fact that we had something... I can't change down for some reason. We had something that looked the part. To me, and I don't know how many other people, was more than good enough. Whether it was, I've been pressing the wrong button all this time, £9.99 good enough remains to be seen. Basically, if you go around the corner, just hit gear to slow down. Don't try braking. He says that, he didn't need to take his own advice then. I can only put this down to the difference between me having a quick go on this just now and me being even shitter now is, I'm talking. So in its resplendent 4 frames a second, it gets slower, yeah, in its resplendent 4 frames a second, it's still too fast for me to control and cope with. However, I will say this, controversial, the Spectrum version of all the 8-bits, possibly even the 16-bits, granted they had colour, I mean some of the 8-bits had colour as well, but has the best, most accurate sprite towards the arcade. Did he make it? Oh, cheeky. Please notice how every car disappears then. That's because, obviously, on the 128 we loaded it all in one go. But on the 48, it would be a sprite loader. So they just go. The other thing you can notice, though, is, all of a sudden, and they're tiny trucks, get back on the road, you motherfucker, it's like suddenly they realised when they made the first level, oh fuck, we didn't put any cars in. Just throw them all in now, all of them, all at once. Because suddenly the road's a lot more narrower. Oh, this is a single file, you know. How accurate it is to the arcade, don't know. But look at it, do you know what I mean? Now the world's smallest, ickless lorries, they just crowd the road. I want to get to the next stage so we can see the tunnel when it's resplendent, 1 frame a second glory. But I think I fucked up the first stage too much. Because you carry over your time, don't you? Alright. I don't know what cars they're supposed to be. Corvettes? I'm basing that on their exhaust. I don't remember Corvettes having such spherical roofs. I'm in low, I just realised. Yoink! Yeah, there's no frame rate. But, as I said, it can get worse. Did the road just split? The road split! Don't crash! Come on! Oh, look at that! So close! So close! Look, we get to put... Oh, we got that! Get to put our name in. I'm going to have one more go for the sake of nostalgia, but I like it. I know, I like it. Turbo Outrun, you could argue, corrects its faults because it has a frame rate, but unfortunately you can't see directly in front of the car, can you? I don't know if I have to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway, because why not? Right. Could use more sound effects as well. You can't turn the music off. Why you would want to, don't know, but it could use more sound effects other than the when you change gear or you hit something or spin. You know what I mean. It sounded just like it. Don't act like you're not impressed. That as well. I knew you were going to do that, you little beetle bastard. That one there just locks onto you. Right. Wait for it. Come on, it is a lovely theme rendition. The Outrun version, the Amstrad version is even worse than this. But I don't think it has sound effects. Or does it just have sound effects, not music? It's one or the other. But it's a shocker. I have played it, but I can't get it to work on my Super Console X, so I can't do a gameplay of it. But why would you want to when you've got this in its 3 frame per second glory, in its resplendent goodness? I said it and I'll say it again. Come on, look at my car. Don't act like that's not impressive. The fact that it doesn't move is irrelevant. I tell you what, even though the logo changes direction, look, they got that accurate. Or did I just imagine that? No, it does. Change down, change up. No, change up. Because it's too fast for my brain to take in. But yeah, if you do hate this, you've got my heart also. Do play it on emulation and up its speed. Because seriously, I know it's cheating, but you get something that's, fuck you Beetle, worth playing. Only 3 fucking cars on this level and I still managed to hit one. Also, it doesn't tell you what gear you're in. That's a bit shit, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it does on Outrun, Chase HQ. Outrun, Super Hang On and Chase HQ. Right. This is killing my hand. It is better to play on keys, to be fair, because you've got that Q up and A down thing, so it doesn't compromise your steering. That's the fact about all driving games. And it doesn't give you fucking claw hands. Right, come on, we made it. See, why do the fucking Beatles at the last minute lock onto you? Somehow, without hitting, well, only hitting one car, I managed to do far worse on that level than I did the first time around. By the way, changing down doesn't affect the speed that the, well, it's not really opposition cars, is it, in Outrun? Because you're just driving from state to state, but yeah, it doesn't affect the speed they approach you. In fact, changing up or down doesn't really affect anything. I'm not gonna lie. Come on. I think on the Spectrum back in the day, I never got past like level 5 anyway. That was 4, sorry, that was my crowning achievement. My glory, if you will. My outrunage. Oh! No idea how I missed him. At least they start. Fuck. Way back in the distance. I'm going to try something. I don't think changing gear makes absolutely any difference. You know, for the gear you start in. Could be wrong. But hey. Oh! Oh, I fucked this up. But yeah, do you know what? I'm glad I revisited this. I've had fun. Don't care what anyone says, it was fun back in the day. I liked it. My brothers liked it. Come on. Fuck you! I said the C word then. Well, there you go. I had to because, do you know what? Like I said, for some reason everyone, this is one of the games they wanted to put on the Spectrum. Sorry, not the ZX Spectrum, the Spectrum. And so I thought, well, I want to be in that ballpark too. Did I just come underneath myself? I think I did. It's awkward when you say it like that. Yeah. Well, there you go. Outrun on the Spectrum by US Gold. For all its infamous, you know, attacks it's had over the years because of its speed, I still like this game. Yeah, controversial. And as always, I love to know what you think, especially if you had this back in the day because you were a massive Outrun fan, and how did you feel when you first fired it up? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.